The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, Ethereum, and dollar cost, dollar index and stuff like that, right? Are we going up? Are we going down? What's gonna happen? Will the merge, triple the value? Will the merge, be devalued? Ethereum be devalued after the merge? What's gonna happen? So people have been saying it's gonna dump, it's gonna pump, but it's it's just kind of going inside. It's gonna a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. So we are a little bit unsure, but it's probably okay to say right now that I haven't looked at on-chain metrics or anything like that, so I cannot say anything like but it's not having any kind of immediate effect on the price. The news are it's a huge declimax, because everybody was expecting the merge is gonna happen, when it happens it's really uneventful merge. I don't know if you remember in the bull market when Cardano was going towards upside and everybody was talking about this Africa stuff that's gonna be implemented, whatever that was, and that Africa stuff came and literally nothing happened with the with nothing, and everybody was like, okay, so now we got Africa, so what's gonna happen now, right? So the news are not always the big climax. The big climax, the big hype is the expectations of what's gonna happen, not when it actually happens. So expectation of the merge being oh, this is very good for the expectations are actually pumping the price, not the news event, right? And this goes with everything, right? It's when there is hype, when there are expectations, that's what moves the price. Rumors, that moves the price. The news and events and the project does not move the price, right? So the final product does not move the price. It's already priced in. So right now, everybody has been talking about nothing happened. It's already priced in. If it goes down, it goes down because everything goes down. If it goes up, it goes up because everything goes up. But I don't think that it's gonna suddenly have some kind of sudden effect on the price. And we just see that right now. It didn't just instantly drop down or instantly pump. So there is that. How's everybody doing in the chat, guys? Never forever, what's up man? How you doing? Line is in chat. I am the crypto king. Yes you are, man, always. Good morning. Enjoying your lay in again. Enjoying my lane every day, man, every day. I actually said nothing will happen, Rothstein. There are a lot of people who said that, but batch, I guess it was already built into the price plus market, current markets and news, unless there is a delay once fees goes down, that I don't see it doing better. Yeah, I think but the thing is, the fees are not going down because the merge isn't doing that. It's not affecting the fees, but they are putting a precursor, whatever it's called. They are putting implementing technology that will enable for future updates to push the fees down. So that's good. That's a good thing, right? So that's kind of still bullish. But I think if we're gonna see any kind of pump in the Ethereum price, I need the fee. We need this update that's gonna adjust the fees, and that's gonna, I think that would have bigger price effect on price effect than this one. Nami, hello, how you doing, man? Just the usual whale pumps and dumps. DDG, how you doing, man? Good morning, everyone. What's up? Gundars, hello. See, I told you it ain't going nowhere. Yeah, a lot of people told it will only go down. And a little bit unsure about that, but we are sitting on the support. This is actually Ethereum chart, guys. This Ethereum chart, you can see here nicely hit this bottom down here, 3-4 times hitting this bottom down here. If you fail to bounce from this over here, it will definitely go down. Write this number down, 10,597. No, thank you. It's actually good that the price isn't fluctuating like crazy, but it's actually fluctuating. It's not fluctuating like crazy, but there has been certain movements up here, up down, some kind of shakeout happening over here. So there is that. Good brother, how are you? I'm okay. I'm cool, man. I'm okay. I slept well. I laid in. I laid in. So what's happening here on Ethereum up here? Let's go to the daily time frame up here, give or take. I think this is a nice channel, give or take. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better because of this up here movement. Maybe something like this, give or take, up here. Let's see how this would actually be better. Maybe something like this, because this stop up here, and then these stops down there, and everything is nice. Maybe this some kind of channel towards upside. Now these upside channels are always bearish always bearish, because anything that goes up is always bearish, and everything that goes down is always more bullish than bearish, right? But you know, when stuff goes up, the only thing you can expect is you know, the best case scenario is, you know, creating a higher low. That's the best case scenario. Now, this being bearish doesn't mean that you are gonna go down. It's only bearish by, you know, default. That's why, you know, rising wedges are bearish by default and falling wedges are you know, bullish by default. But it does mean that we are gonna break down. But we are sitting on the support level on Ethereum over here. Somebody's calling me, I think. Just, I gotta take this. There we go. So we are on the support, on the bottom of support down here now. Whether this support is gonna hodl or not, that kind of depends. If we start breaking this support, it's a very major support level to break. Now, it's not as bad as if it would be if this was some kind of falling wedge, sorry, falling channel, and we are sitting on the support down here. It's different kind of dump that we are gonna have if we dump below the support over here, because these kind of you know, technically bullish patterns breaking on the downside are actually very, very bad. Bearish patterns breaking bearishly, it's normal, you know. So there is normal movement, and then there is your abnormal movement. Abnormal movement would be, you know, bearish pattern, you know, bullish pattern that should break towards upside, breaking towards downside. That's very, very bearish. And you know, you got some kind of you know, bearish pattern breaking towards the upside. It's a very, very bullish move, right? So this up here breaking towards the downside, it can do that, but it's not very bearish. You know, it's not bad, because you can expect this more or less, you know, break down here, get some kind of support down here on the downside over here maybe, and you know, then go towards upside. That's what you expect. You also expect this to, you know, continue going inside this channel up here until it actually becomes very stupidly bullish and breaks this towards upside. But we are on the support level. This is a major support level for Ethereum right now, down here, give or take, over here 1558, give or take. So, you know, if you start breaking this on the downside, we are looking at these supports over here, give or take. Always give or take, guys. Always give or take, never just take. You know, we gotta give, we gotta take, you know, give or take, you know. These levels on downside, right? This is also a very important support level up here. You break out of the channel up here, you're going down to, you know, 1430, give or take. You break below that, you're going to these levels on the downside over here, maybe. You know, there are definitely, and then below that you got these levels down here, because you see we have several support levels that right now can actually hold. The channel can hold, this bottom can hold, this level down here can hold, this level down here, only below 1000, you know, you get into some kind of, you know, bad moves. But I'm still saying you're not gonna see, you know, 800k 800 you know, 800 ETH ever again. So, you know, it's really hard for me to see some kind of 800 ETH again down here. Like this was, you know, extreme situation up here in June on the dump. Like it just, you know, correct really fast towards the upside. But if we go below the channel up here, I'm looking at 40-30 or something like that, give or take. And after that, you know, there are several other levels. But right now, the only thing we can actually conclude is that we are inside the channel up here. Now, what's happening up here right now, it's gonna come to an end pretty soon. Up here, there is a trend line up here towards the upside up here, something like this. There is a support line of the channel that goes something like this. There is a trend line up there, right? And you know, this should come to end, you know, in next 3 days. We're gonna see bigger moves. So, you know, today, tomorrow, today is actually Friday or Thursday. What's today? Thursday is today. So, you know, during today, maybe during the weekend, we will see some kind of movement before that happens. I don't think this is gonna go all the way in here. So, you know, 17 up here. So 15, 16, 17, yeah. So today, tomorrow, Saturday, something is gonna happen very soon up here. There will be a breakout towards upside, the downside up here. If it breaks towards upside, all good, we are still in the channel, we might actually continue a little bit higher. If it breaks on downside, we might see some kind of fake out maybe to the support level and right back up in again, or some kind of, you know, consolidation up here before more move towards downside. This actually doesn't have that much to dump to the downside. Okay, it has, you know, 10% to dump to the downside to get to the first level of support, but there is that. You know, so Ethereum, the way I see it, you know, it's neither bullish nor bearish. It's sitting on the support, so, you know, it's sitting on the support by sitting support in an uptrending channel. So sitting in support and uptrending channel, you know, you would expect, you know, support is good for longing. This cannot be shorted right now any way, shape or form, because you are not even up here at the resistance up here, right? So it's very hard to short this over here. But you know, longing the channel towards upside, I think a lot of people have already been doing that. You know, might be a nice long up here, but I don't think this is a short position just yet. You know, short position is when you come and retest the level again, because, you know, you're shorting up here, you're shorting up here at the resistance somewhere up here. I don't know where this trend line goes, something like up here, right? But down here, that's actually a long position right now. So, you know, people shorting, I don't think they're gonna you know, do well. Maybe they're gonna do well. You never know. But you know, it is bearish, you know, channel, but the channel only got hit you know, 2 times. If you look at a big time frame up here, you know, over here, we did, you know, 1, 2, 3. So, you know, technically, if you look at this in a bigger time frame, maybe gonna, you know, do it a couple of more times up there, you know, go to, you know, 2, 3, then 1, 8, then, you know, 2, 6, and then, you know, break up or break down or whatever it's gonna be, right? So that's a little bit about Ethereum. Let's see what's you know, Bitcoin is doing up here right now. Bitcoin has just been consolidating down here at the bottom. You can see here there was a big, huge dump on the news event on the CPI numbers, core inflation and stuff like that. Big news. And right now down here, you know, it's just consolidating up here. Every time, yesterday it actually broke the trend up here, and I was looking at that afterwards. Maybe some clarity up here, down here. And when something breaks towards upside above a certain line, it doesn't, you know, immediately pump towards upside. It starts doing this, you know, bleed, you know, towards downside. It often shows lack in the bullishness. So this actually went a little bit down right now, climbing up above the moving averages. I think it's waiting for this 50 moving average on the 1 hourly. Maybe, you know, maybe it's waiting right now, hitting this 10 moving average. But this definitely, you know, sideways move can definitely persist for a while, because if you just look at on the 4-hourly time frame, you know, the 20 moving average up here, the red line, is still, you know, way far off up here. So, you know, just dumping up here towards downside doesn't make any kind of sense to me right now. We can definitely do a pull towards downside down here, then, you know, bounce up here and hit the moving averages up here. You can see how nicely they are actually converging up here. This is the 200 moving average, this is the 50 moving average, this is the 20 moving average. You know, so if we go a little bit down here, then, you know, up here, you know, hit the moving averages, then get rejected on downside, you know, that can be the case. But to me, you know, I don't expect any kind of, you know, immediate dump right now, just because we are hitting the 10 moving average, because other moving averages are a little bit, you know, a little bit extended over here. Yesterday on the daily time frame, we did close bearish. We did close bearish down here below the 10 and 20 moving average on the dump, and we actually managed to, you know, fail to get back above the 10-20 moving average. You can see that we tried to get back above the moving averages. You can see that we tried to dumping, nothing actually happened. We closed just below the moving averages. Right now we're still below the moving average. This can just be, you know, consolidation down here a little bit, but if we fail to dump down here, this is actually bullish, guys. This is actually bullish. If we fail to dump, you know, over here towards downside, it just, you know, shows that, you know, failure to dump towards downside. So we can definitely over here just, you know, do, you know, not nice move up here towards upside and continue going towards upside. To me, I said after this dump, I said I'm gonna give it a couple of days just to see how this is actually reacting, and it is reacting the way I kind of expecting, you know, closing below the moving averages, getting everybody very, very bearish, but it's not dumping just yet. It's not dumping just yet. So right now I'm still giving it a couple of more days to see how this is gonna play out, because we don't have actually any kind of move. We don't have any kind of move, big move. It is just consolidating, it's just waiting. But assuming that this is just waiting and for something, I don't know, that means also that Ethereum is not going to drop below that. It doesn't mean that it's not going to drop, but you know, the probability for it dropping back below the channel over here on Ethereum, I think it's very low. Now, if Ethereum does break the channel towards the downside, it still doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to do the same thing. But you know, I'm still, you know, it's just consolidation phase right now. It's consolidating, trying to figure out where it wants to go. It's still trying to price in the, you know, core inflation into the market. People are trying to figure out what's actually happening. DXY, guys, there is a nice pattern on DXY on the small time frame. This is a 4-hourly time frame up here on the DXY. You remember the big pump up here on the core inflation. This is the big pump on the core inflation, and what it did this, you know, double top up here at the bottom. Now you can make a very nice trend line off of these tops over here. And when you do the trend line, you get this very nice, you know, start of the triangle up here. So you get this very nice start of the triangle, some kind of support down here that we drew before, right? The bottom support is still holding, and then we got right now resistance line. So this consolidation phase up here, the consolidation phase goes all the way up here to somewhere to like 7th October. So that's at least, you know, 2 more weeks. So, you know, 2 more weeks, but I'm guessing, you know, I'll give it a week up here. I think this is gonna break towards upside or downside within 1 week. So the big question up here is where this DXY is gonna break up. Now, we already know that the big levels are down here below 107 right now, right? Below 107. It still haven't broken the trend towards downside. There might be another line up here because of this week on the downside, something like this. So it might be 106 or 105, but it's still not breaking these big trends yet. It's still definitely in a strong uptrend up here. But the only thing we have right now in the short term for the next, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks up here, yeah, the way I see it is this, you know, start of the triangle right now. So the way I see it right now, we are at the resistance of the triangle. I'm a little bit unsure whether it's just gonna break towards the upside because we haven't confirmed the triangle yet. It's in the very start of the triangle. You know, it's assumption that it, you know, the triangle can happen. But so if it starts going up here, you know, the triangle is invalidated. But if it gets rejected up here towards downside, it just might be very, very good for us right now. Now, since we are at the resistance up here on the DXY on index, since we are at the resistance, Ethereum is at the support, Bitcoin is at the bottom. If this moves towards downside, everything is gonna pump, guys. You see how everything is correlated. You see how everything is nicely packed up, right? ESP 500 also consolidating down here at the support level, just like Bitcoin does. You can see it dump down. Look here, consolidation down here on the support level down here. So if, you know, dollar index, you know, start dropping towards downside, this is gonna back above, you know, continue back towards upside. This might be a big, you know, buying consolidation level up here, you know, for move towards upside. So we're gonna see that. Now, on the side, if dollar index for whatever reason starts breaking towards upside, you know, so right now the only thing we can conclude, the merge didn't do anything. It was anticlimax, anticlimax. It was, you know, pump the news event, pump the rumor, pump this, pump that, or whatever, you know. And right now it's still not doing anything. Right now people are thinking, oh, it's gonna dump, but it's not happening anything. But we are on some kind of sports on both Bitcoin and on Ethereum, and stocks are on the sport. Dollar index is at the resistance on a small time frames on some kind of, you know, unconfirmed triangle, because, you know, we don't have enough touches towards upside and downside, but, you know, we can see some kind of building of the triangle. So it might be that. So I would say that, you know, the options right now are for long positions, not short positions, right? I think that, you know, you might have a different kind of opinion, but, you know, I think that. I wouldn't be sure about it. Expect the unexpected. What is the unexpected? What are people expecting? I don't know. What are you guys expecting? I'm short. Just I think advantage, tired of waiting. Made 6% AVAX short last night, 50x. Ooh, that's huge X, man. There is a huge bearish divergence on RSI on the DXY on the weekly. Yeah, but it's not only just one. It's like double RSI. Another great analysis, bro. The problem with the bearish divergence on the DXY is that you gotta understand that divergences do not divergences don't you know, necessarily move the price. They just show you you know, how the price is consolidating, right? So you can see here we have been having this divergence for a long time right now, right? This is still going towards upside, this is still going down, but it just means that it's consolidating in an uptrend. You can have any kind of consolidations, guys. You will have an impulsive move with a triangle up here, and you will see that up here that there will be divergences on the RSI and the price, because this is consolidation. But you can have different kind of consolidations. You can have a move down, and then you can consolidate in a downtrend. You will also see that there is you know, divergences on the chart. You can consolidate in both downtrend, uptrend, and sideways trend. I mean, consolidations don't have to be sideways. They can be up you know, go to the upside. Consolidations can be going to the downside. Consolidations, you know, you can, these consolidations towards upside, like over here, you might call, you know, distribution channels towards upside. I mean, that can be that. But if something changes up here and this becomes bullish, you know, this distributions becomes, you know, accumulation pen. The thing is, it's just consolidating until it figures out what it wants to do next, right? So the way I see it right over here right now, you know, DXY is that you know, it just might be the triangle that we need over here. We just maybe might be at some kind of top up here, you know, double top up here, and then, you know, move back down again. But what ETH fees is saying, ETH fees, this merge does not affect ETH fees. What this merge does, at least from what I have gathered, is that it sets technological advancement for the Ethereum to actually be able in the future updates affect the fees, you know. So in the future updates, the fees can go down. The merge itself doesn't change the fees. Now, what I am interested in is how the Ethereum Classic hash rate has reacted since the let's go up here to Twitter. On Twitter, somebody always posts some kind of charts, so, you know, it's easy to find charts on Twitter. Let's see, ETH merge, sorry, ETC hash rate. Let's see ETC hash rate, if anybody has posted any photos up here. Latest on 30 versus 200 catch, I believe, million. Ethereum Classic hash rate. Yeah, network hash rate continues to try more than 3 times higher than previous day. So hash rate on Ethereum Classic is rising, right? But it's been going up forever. This is 14 September, 13, 12, 11, 10. Like since 10 September, it went from 50 to 80. And right now, from 50, this is 1 hour ago. From 50 to 80. But over here, this guy says it's 199.30. Maybe this is just some kind of pump up here for some reason. I don't know. 106. Going parabolic. Giga confident on price will go parabolic as well. So Ethereum Classic is definitely, you know, insane towards upside. We can talk about Ethereum Classic, guys. We've been discussing in the Telegram chat and you know with some other people that Ethereum Classic is extremely bullish. And let me show you a line on Ethereum Classic. And you know, there's not a lot of coins that have this. Yesterday I said crypto is that. Maybe you're right. But did you see why? Did you see why? Did you see why? Did you see the, you know, the image why? So let me show you something. Let's go to the chart. This, you know, not a lot of coins have this line, guys. I'm gonna show you the line that's right now the most important line up here. It goes something like this up here. Where is this? Is already broken. You can see up here it's already getting broken or something like that, right? But if you use these stops up here, something like this over here, give or take. We're not gonna be very precise, but because everything else beside this line is actually broken, you can see up here that it is coming to the very important line. So oftentimes when this trend starts breaking, you know, this trend breaks, then you got some kind of secondary trend over here, something like this, then this trends break, then you got a, you know, third trend up here, then this trends break, and right now you got almost horizontal line right now, and not a lot of coins has this. This happens just before some kind of bull market starts, right? Because once you start breaking up here, you're no longer having these downtrend lines, you're actually having uptrend lines up here to start breaking towards the upside. So Ethereum Classic to me is one of very few coins who has come a long way after this bear market, and right now it looks super bullish. Let me show you, for example, other coins up here. These other coins have, you know, for these other coins, maybe, you know, sorry, so maybe some lines should be something like this up here. You can see, you know, they're way far off to actually breaking some important level of resistances. Let's do, for example, Cardano up here. Cardano as well. Cardano's line up here, this trend, sorry, this trend over to the downside is definitely broken, but the big trend should be something like over here. You can see it is far off. It is far off, right? Maybe this should be a little bit, you know, adjust or something like that. But it is, you know, it's nowhere near the resistance up here where it needs to break this to start going towards upside. And after that, this is still very steep line, right? This is very steep line, so you know there's definitely some kind of, you know, resistance up here as well. You know, this is not as steep, right? But you know, it's way far off to actually get to that point where you can get, you know, super bullish. Now, Ethereum Classic is hitting that, you know, almost horizontal resistance line up here at the top, almost hitting it, you know, with its head up here, you know, consolidating up here. It had a big move towards upside, right now consolidating up here. The question is, if this breaks towards upside, will it explode towards upside? Because in any kind of other scenario, any kind of other bullish scenario, right, yeah, assuming Bitcoin is already in some kind of option, breaking this kind of line towards upside will definitely make the price move like big time, right? Will make the price move big time. That's what we are looking for, right? Let me show you here on the Bitcoin chart up here. If you remember the previous bull market, right? In the start you have, you know, some kind of downtrend, then you have maybe a little bit different downtrend, then you break that. We had a big move towards upside, then we create another up here, you know, it's still downtrend line, a move up here towards upside, big move towards upside up here, and then we had this you know, this trend line over here. And once we broke that, you know, once you break this you know, rising trend lines, you explode towards upside. But this is also very steep steep line towards downside. What we have right now is something like this over here. Maybe that's the reason, right? So breaking that there is horizontal you know, resistance line trend lines is very bullish. So Ethereum Classic is from what I can see of these big coins, you know, one of very few that has this very nice last trend line of resistance, right? Last trend, once this breaks towards upside, it might do another move up here towards upside and back down. It will create this option up here, you know, and then break 10 and then go, you know, parabolically towards upside. That can definitely happen, just like Bitcoin did, right? But you know, Ethereum Classic to me looks super bullish. The Murzol hype is just a transitioning. I wonder why people think it was going to pump from just moving from POV to POS. Because people are shilling it, of course. Others are 1 week bullish, maybe. What is being built on ETC, you know? Not. That's a good question, man. That's a good question. But we don't know. Listen, Way of the Jedi. Again, it doesn't. The less it has built on it, the more opportunity it has to be built on it, right? So people can say, you know, if it already has like, you know, 100 apps and nobody's, you know, nobody's talking about, you know, what can happen. Like the price cannot go up. But if you can talk about it, you know, Ethereum Classic is gonna be the next big thing. Oh my god, the hash rate is going to the roof. All of these apps are being built on it. Oh my god, this is gonna be the next big thing. It's gonna be, you know, they have this thing to, you know, be proof of work and still have low hash rates. It's gonna be the next Ethereum block. If you can hype something before it's actually, you know, that's when the price goes up. Hype moves the price. Expectations move the price, not what actually project is doing, right? When project is doing it can still go up. You can look at you know, you can look at Binance Coin, you can look at what other coins you can look at. You can look at Ethereum. Like the price goes up because it's good project, it goes up and stuff like that, right? But it's not going parabolic, it's not exploding towards the upside, right? There is no because when you have a lot of hype, a lot of expectation, a lot of shilling, right? That's when the price actually explodes towards the upside, right? So right now I think there will be coming a lot of, you know, shilling and stuff on Ethereum Classic once it starts, if it starts going up, of course. So there is that. I just joined. When Moon? Within maybe a couple of days. Okay, guys, that's it. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Thank you for joining. Join KuCoin, guys. You don't have a lot of time to buy the gems. You don't have a lot of time. I'm tired of calling you the blue ball. You're gonna be a yellow ball soon. You're gonna be a red ball. It's gonna be all over. Gems you cannot get on Bybit. You cannot get it on Coinbase. You cannot even get it on Binance. Binance is too big for gems. You can get to some kind of you know, shitty exchanges, but you know, KuCoin is decent exchange. Everybody using it, so forth, so forth. Dodge Daddy song. Nah, I'm too tired to, you know, put the song on. But you know, I'm neither, you know, extremely bearish or bearish at all. But I'm not neither 100% bullish. I'm expecting, you know, move towards upside based on some kind of analysis, but you know, because we are on the support, like you should always, when on the support, you should be more bullish than bearish. When on the resistance, you should always be more bearish than bullish. You should always have this, you know, not 100%. I'm right, gonna be right. It's gonna go down. You should always understand that it can go both sides, but you know. On support, be bullish. On resistance, be more bearish. Not 100% bearish, not 100% bullish, but you know, more bearish, more bullish, right? Let's expect Bitcoin to 29 today. Yeah, I also think we'll probably go up or down, or down. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna see you later or tomorrow, stuff like that. 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show Bitcoin Daily every day because we gotta know. We gotta know. Hit the like button on the way out, guys. Bye bye.